Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you are. My name is John, or Less Frontier Bricks, and this is my review of the LEGO Star Wars 2017 Jedi Starfighter with Hyperdrive Booster Ring. That's a bit of a mouthful. The set was a Toys R Us exclusive, set number 75191. Comes with 285 pieces plus 4 minifigures and retails for $100. I haven't looked at the Bricklink price for the set, brand new sealed, but I'll put it up on the screen right about now so you guys didn't know why you didn't need to pay in order to get this thing now. Take a look at this thing. It just looks absolutely fantastic. Though they really put all those 285 pieces to good work. I do have the instruction manual here showing off the box art with a beautiful look of this ship in your classic Star Wars hyperdrive tunnel, whatever you want to call it. And this did come out, and of course, like I said, this did come out in 2017, so it does have the nice Rogue One inspired border with the Death Trooper. Just open up the instruction manual and you just jump straight into the instructions. Take a look in the back. You do have a total of 2 pages of for your parts list, and then you do have a couple ads. One of them showing off a bunch of sets. We've got the First Order Battle Pack, the Bounty Hunter Battle Pack, the Jakku Quad Jumper, the Raftar Escape, but the Republic Fighter Tank, the Darth Vader Transformation, and a couple of sets based off the Freemaker Adventures, of which we have the other ad is specifically for that. So we'll go ahead and start off as I usually do with the minifigures. First up, we've got ourselves in the Episode 2 Obi-Wan Kenobi. Nice dress of the hair piece. Good printing on the face print with the little headset with the microphone. Good printing on the torso with the light brown, and you do have some metallic printing on the belt and just a little bit of printing on the legs, nothing on the arms. And you get a lot of the same printing on the back. And you do have a secondary face, which makes him look like, I think it's supposed to be a little nervous, like this is when he's saying, "This is why I hate flying." However, unfortunately, both faces have that headset when he's flying. So if you have him, have him out on the just out like doing a place and like showing off, like trying to recreate the fight between him and Jango. He's got the headset on both heads, so it's a little off putting. Like, why would he have a headset during a ground fight? Next up, we have our 4P17 with that all but completely red dome and the red classic astromech coloring. Basically, R2D2 in red, like I said, but with the all but red, a completely red dome, no back painting. But then the metallic gray stripe that goes around the bottom of the dome with looks pretty straight on. Sometimes and to make it a little lopsided. But all in all, for basically a red R2D2, he's not all that bad. Next up is probably what I think is the highlight figure here, Jango Fett, looking absolutely fantastic. His helmet and his jetpack are in that nice metallic gray, and he does have the rangefinder. Simple use for these for these simple gray pieces for his blasters, but they certainly look like what they look like in the movie. No arm printing going on, but I do like his torso in a gunmetal gray, plenty of metallic printing going on for his armor, or same with his knees and his holsters. And like I said, he does have the jetpack. Here's what it looks like underneath the helmet, like a decent 5 o'clock shadow, plus a couple of scratches and scars on his face. No alternate face, but honestly, I don't think it really needed one. This one looks just fine all by itself. Like I said, he does have the metallic printed jetpack, and that's what his back armor looks like. Pretty solid figure, if I do say so myself. Like I said, I think this one's the real standout in this set. And lastly, we have the young Boba Fett. Interesting choice for the hairpiece. And I gotta say, both the face prints for him really make him like a bit of a brat. Like this face almost to me almost screams like a young Kylo Ren, if that makes sense. and then you got this all but completely evil smirk on his face. Like it's almost like this kid knows he's gonna grow up to be a bad guy, which is weird. I gotta say, but all in all, pretty solid the minifigure selection, if I do say so myself. Take a look at the ship itself. First off, with the hyperdrive ring. Yeah, this isn't only the second time Lego has done a the hyperdrive ring for the Jedi Starfighters. With the first one being for Obi-Wan's blue Jedi interceptor that he takes to Utapau in Revenge of the Sith. But apparently, this one is quite a bit more beefed up. It's a where the framework is a all but completely Technic build, which makes it really, really strong. I like the build for the engines. I think they use like almost like the wheels like you'll sometimes see them use on a clone turbo tanks, or maybe it's a smaller version of them. The one downside about the Hyperdrive ring and actually Obi-Wan Starfighter as well is that there's a lot of stickers on this thing. Like you got these big stickers here on the side of the engines, and then you got a couple of smaller ones all throughout these smaller sections. So there's actually quite a few stickers this set. But again, it's a strong build and it's pretty big too. Counting the engines on the side, like you're looking like this ring is about a foot wide. So it's a really large build. It's a really large build. Yeah, notice that the underneath the Jedi Starfighter, there's a couple of spring-loaded shooters, and the also you can see like the Jedi Interceptor flaps folded out on top of the Jedi Starfighter. But what I think is really cool, the really cool play feature of this. Actually, before you do that, I would like to say that I like the transparent pieces here, which act as a handle, which is just a perfect place to grab onto the thing. And one thing I will say is that despite it being big and bulky, this thing's actually pretty swooshable, and it's easy to hold on to it with just one hand. But the real cool play feature is this. You can see these red and gray Technic pieces here. That actually acts as a trigger because for the main play feature. You just move the flaps to the side, pull back those red and gray Technic pieces, and you can release the Starfighter. There's a couple of Technic you can see the 10 Technic pins underneath the Starfighter, and you can see when I move those red and gray Technic pieces back, this whole section moves back to release the Starfighter. So actually really cool play feature there. Take a look at the Jedi Starfighter itself. Like I said, it's got quite a few stickers on here as well. You got the Republic symbol there, which that's a sticker. The stripes on the wings are stickers. All the red and green coloring along the cockpit, those are stickers. So yeah, quite a few stickers going on here. Also, a sticker down the nose. Looking underneath, you can see your two large engines, but you also have a couple clips on the sides. You need to put Obi-Wan's lights, to attach Obi-Wan's lights here there for when he's in the cockpit. And you also have a small turntable to put R4 P17's head on there when he's attached, because the Delta 7 Jedi Starfighters wings are just too thin to put in the full astromech, so they just kind of detach the head and just attach that on. But this is the first set that Lego incorporated for the Episode 2 Jedi Starfighter, where you have the small compartment in here where you can put the rest of the astromech's body. So you can have the full R4 P17 figure, but still have the head attached to the wing. Which, to be honest, I've kind of fallen out of love with that, and with that little feature, because with the exception of the cockpit, the Delta 7 is just supposed to be flat and sleek, but with that big bulge there to hide the rest of the astromech's body, I'm sorry, I can't think of a different way to put this, but it just looks like it's pregnant. I'm sorry, I can't think of another way to put it. It just looks pregnant. And again, that's just basically the opposite of what the Delta 7 is supposed to be. It's supposed to be nice and slick. It doesn't have the B model is perfectly fine with having the astromech there. That's the way it was designed. But with the regular version, supposed to be nice and sleek. Again, it just looks pregnant. It does not. You notice that this says that the Delta 7 does have the a couple of stud shooters, spring load shooters on the hyperdrive ring. But this one does have the stud shooters, and then you can, and of course you have the opening bubble cockpit to put Obi-Wan in. You do have a printed control panel in there, and it's actually a pretty spacious cockpit, if I do say so myself. So we'll go ahead, pop Obi-Wan in there. There. So yeah, he's got plenty of room in there. It doesn't look like he's all that cramped. Plus, this thing does have extending landing gear, so you can just sit the set down on the ground. And much like with the booster ring, this thing is also quite a bit swooshable. You can basically grab onto it anywhere around the cockpit, and you got a nice firm grip on the ship. So that's everything in the set for $100. 825 pieces might not seem like much, comparatively for $100, but again, Lego really went out of their way to make the most of the pieces. The figures are really nice. The one downside of having Jango and Boba in the set is the fact that we weren't going to be getting a Jango Fett Slave 1 to go against this thing, which, to be honest, I'm glad is happening now. I got working at Walmart. I gotta admit, just a couple days ago, I was just walking down the Lego aisle because why not? It's my favorite aisle in the whole store, and I could see the brand new $70 Jango Fett Slave 1 and the $30 Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter with Taun We on the same shelf, and I was like, I can't believe I'm living in a time where those two ships are Lego sets and on store shelves at the same time again. Because like the last time we got the Jango Fett Slave 1 was back when Attack of the Clones came out back in, what was that, 2001, 2002? And now it's come back in big way, both with the $70 set and then, of course, the $300 UCS set we got back on May 4th. So again, what a time to be alive and be a fan of Lego Star Wars to have those ships on store shelves at the same time. But again, and that was a bit of a downside with this set. Having Jango and Boba in this set meant that we wouldn't get a Slave 1 Den. But then again, it is a $100 set. You want good figures in the set. And so it wouldn't. I definitely feel like you wouldn't get your money's worth of minifigures. Whereas if you only got Obi-Wan and R4, I'm not sure if people would think you get your money's worth with only 4 figures, but it's certainly better than only getting 2. And it does give you the opportunity to recreate that awesome fight between Obi-Wan and Jango Fett. So all in all, this is a really solid set. I am very happy I picked it up when I did. And I hope I have helped you guys decide if you want this set as well or not. So that'll be the end of this review. Thanks for joining me for it. If you guys enjoyed it, you know what to do. Hit like, subscribe, all that stuff. Ring the bell to be notified of all videos as soon as they become available. Check out my channel and some more of my content, including all of my LEGO Star Wars set reviews on the end screen in just a few seconds. And I will see you all in the next video. Later, everybody.